Are you ready to listen to a story? Before that, let's quickly read the following simple sentences. The circle of life is like a big circle that shows how living things are born, grow, and then have babies of their own. Just like plants start as tiny seeds and become tall trees, animals are born as babies and become grown-ups to take care of their own babies. Everything in the circle of life is connected, from the tiniest insects to the biggest animals, and it keeps going around and around to make sure life continues. Now, listen to the story, The Circle of Life. One day, little Beetu was playing on his balcony when he noticed something small and wriggly crawling across the ground. It was a caterpillar. Beetu had never seen a caterpillar before, and he was fascinated. He watched as the caterpillar crawled across the leaves and twigs, leaving a slimy trail behind it. As he watched the caterpillar, Beetu started to wonder what would happen to it. Would it always be a caterpillar, or would it turn into something else? He asked his mom about it, and she told him that the caterpillar would eventually turn into a beautiful butterfly. Beetu couldn't believe it. He had always loved butterflies, with their bright colors and delicate wings. From that day on, Beetu made sure to keep an eye on the caterpillar. He watched as it grew bigger and bigger, eating leaves and twigs to fuel its transformation. Finally, one day, the caterpillar stopped eating and started to spin a silky cocoon around itself. Beetu couldn't wait to see what would happen next. A few days later, the cocoon started to shake and tremble. Beetu held his breath, wondering what was happening inside. Suddenly, a small tear appeared in the cocoon, and out popped a beautiful butterfly. Beetu was amazed. The butterfly's wings were a bright shade of orange, with black and white spots. It was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. Beetu learned that day that nature is full of surprises and that insects are just as beautiful and important as any other creature. He also learned to appreciate the different colors and forms of life and to take care of all living things, no matter how small they may seem. Let's look at some new words from this lesson. Crawling. Crawling refers to the action of moving forward on hands and knees, typically on all fours. It can also refer to a slow, deliberate, and often laborious movement, similar to that of a crawling infant or an animal that moves close to the ground. Example: the baby started crawling across the living room, exploring every corner with curiosity. Fascinated. Fascinated describes a state of intense interest, curiosity, or attraction towards something. When someone is fascinated by a subject or an object, they are captivated and deeply engaged in learning about or observing it. Example: she was fascinated by the intricate patterns of the butterfly's wings, watching its vibrant colors with awe. Let's think and answer. Why are insects an important part of nature? What do you think is the answer? Insects are important in nature because they have many roles. They help pollinate plants so they can grow fruit, which we eat. They also break down dead things, keeping the environment clean, and are food for other animals, helping balance the ecosystem.